not be afraid of being yourself, not to be afraid of being unique, and believe in yourself.
Okay, hi guys. This is Scarlett. She's my friend, and she's an online fitness coach. She's doing amazing in her life. So, Scarlett, before anything goes, I would like you to introduce yourself in my show.
Hi everyone, my name is Scarlett, and I am currently doing an online fitness coaching, particularly for women who want to gain muscle and curves, particularly for entrepreneurial women. And on the side, I'm also doing on a PhD program right now, studying exercise and nutrition science.
Okay. So, Scarlett, before anything, like you haven't introduced, so how was your day? Like it's been early in the US, so how's the day going?
Yeah, doing amazing. Have a great morning routine.
So it's like from 1.5 years we know each other, Scarlett. Like we have a group, a small accountability group, and we know each other for like 1.5 years. So my first question to you is, how was your childhood? How was Scarlett in her childhood? I just want to ask.
Oh, my childhood. So if I have to describe, I was born and raised in Myanmar, in Southeast Asia. So when I was born, I was born in a poor family. My dad really struggled for us, like me and my brother, to go to a international school because those are where they actually teach English. But otherwise, school system is so bad too. So my dad saw a future in us, and he really tried so hard. Like he put all his effort, and he worked even did multiple businesses. He had so much failures. Like he tried so many things just for us to go to a good school. And then at the school, like there was a lot of rich kids, which we were not among them. So I never felt like I fit into the group. I fit into the school. And growing up, I was like also bullied as a child. And because of that, like I was born with like having so much insecurities as a result of that, like, and insecurities about my either my appearance or whether it's my financial issues with my family. So I was born like that. I was raised like that, and eventually, what happened was my dad actually had a stroke, but he sold his business, and all of that made us possible for us to come to US. So and even pay for our college here. So that was how it was possible for me to even come to the United States and go to college here.
It's so good. It's very I what to say, like your father is so amazing person that he did everything in his possible way to give you and your brother a very beautiful life that you're living right now. So
Yes.
Scarlett, is this that you have seen your father so many business he was doing, so you wanted to pursue yourself as an entrepreneur since he wasn't also entrepreneur?
I actually never knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I when I was a child, I didn't know even my passion because I felt like I had to follow the society's rubrics. And even when they tell us to actually, choose maybe a subject for us to pursue later in the career, I didn't know what I wanted. I had very little self-awareness because I felt like I just have to do great in the studies. I just have to do great because my dad spent so much money on there. So I thought that was my only job, but I never knew what I really wanted. Like I was scared of exploring my actual passions because I think the society ingrains in us that, you know, if you pursue your passion, some of them may not make money. Like, for example, if you want to be an artist or if you want to be a designer, I think that's what I wanted to be like when I was young. I was really creative, but I withheld that part because I felt like, you know, those people tell us that those kind of majors won't make us money. So I asked my parents what to do. Like, I had no idea what to do. And they said, maybe a doctor is good, like, you know, a medical doctor, of course, as an Asian family. And they're like, oh, also you were a girl, so, you know, a doctor is like a really, you know, graceful thing for you. And so I thought I wanted to do that, and I actually was on that path. Like, I was also really good at school. I became super good at school, like in biology. I was so good, and I got a valedictorian. But of course, you know, that led me to thinking that I wanted to be a medical doctor, and I did that in college. Like, I was on a pre-med route. But then until I eventually found out that after I graduated college, that I was working at like a pharmacy, you know, in a healthcare setting, and I found that I wasn't actually like passionate about that. You know, I wasn't looking for Monday to Fridays at all. Like, it seemed miserable for me. And then also, like, my MCAT score wasn't so good. So that led me time to like really think like what I actually wanted to do in my life. So that was how I stumble across entrepreneurship.
You know, it's like so much similarities between Asian parents that they want their child to do either engineering or doctorate. Like, you know, it's a very common, what is it? It's a very common thing in Asia, that either if it's a boy, he should be doing engineering. If she's a girl, she should be doing doctorate. The same was for me also, but as you was not able to decide that time what to do in your life, similar was for me. I was not able to decide what to do in my life. I was like driven to help my parents rather than do anything for me. But in the end, when my parents told me that you should be thinking about yourself first rather than thinking about anyone else, so I started to push myself in my career path, what I'm doing right now, you know, journalism.
That's so good. That's so good about your parents. Yeah.
I think that if you, you know, pursue your parents in a good way, if you tell them what is the reason behind you are choosing this stuff rather than going into their direction, because I don't think they think bad about us. They just think in a positive way, in a, you know, safest way where we can live a good life in the future, and we don't need any help from anyone in the future.
Exactly.
I think that's why they feel like doing this. But if we tell them why we are pursuing, and we won't be sad whatever decision we take right now, and it's good for us only, and we won't be, you know, in future we won't be asking anyone's help, and we would be able to, you know, live our own life and help our family to grow, our future generation to grow. So that's that, I guess.
For sure, I agree with that. And I believe they have the best intentions for us. Like, they want us to be safe, they want us to have an abundant life. But I think with the society, when they were growing up, everyone thought that, you know, the people who were rich, they're like medical doctors or engineers, and nobody actually thought that entrepreneurship would be like this, you know, a life of freedom and abundance, because they didn't grow up in internet age. Like, they don't really know what it is like.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, they were like 1960s, 70s, no one would have able to think what we are doing right now, a video call interview. They have seen, there was not TV also. In Asia, I guess television come very late. If we are not talking about, you know, Japan and stuff, like in Asia, the Asian countries like Myanmar, Indonesia, you know, there are a very limited amount of people, and the poverty rate is way too high. I think the television came late, and the internet also came late. Like, I remember my like some of when I used to watch TV in US or China, there was 4G internet, and we were still using 3G.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the case. I remember I used to saw in 2016. I think in 2017 the 4G just boomed in India. Until now we are using 4G. I think in US it's 5G currently, if I'm not wrong. So that's that. But still, so Scarlett, my next question to you is: you have lived in two different countries. You have lived more than half of your life in Southeast Asian country, and then you are living in, you know, world's, I think, the toppest country. Another top
Mhm.
country, I would say. That's what I
Mhm.
feel like US is. So what is the difference in, living in USA and living in your home country?
Uh, living here is a lot more. People are more independent. Um, some very self-dependent, and over there, I feel like the good things about there is that you like as with most Asian countries, I feel like you're more like united with the family. Like children take care of their parents. They have those cultural norms, but I don't see much of that in here. But of course, the good thing is that it's so good that I got to came here because, or else I wouldn't have known about entrepreneurship. Yeah, except for because of this internet, you can do anything. Like there is so much info out there, and because of this access to all the information and everything, like if you have a passion about something, you can definitely become a master at it.
I totally agree with you. Like I have heard so many things with so many friends of mine that US, you can, I think US is the place where I think you can achieve anything if you work hard, really. Like there is no one
Yeah,
who will, push you down. They will help you to raise up. They will support you.
yeah,
And
exactly.
In Asia, they think that safest is to get a job. Don't do anything tricky or don't take risk. That's the case in
Yeah,
Asia.
just go the normal, safe society route. And
Correct.
honestly, and actually, like in my country right now, we don't even have internet like 24/7 because we only have very limited hours because of this uh, recent military coup. And then, yeah, and then internet isn't over there, isn't all as good as right here, right now. So the internet is just like gold mine. That's what I see that.
Right. So, Scarlett, as you said, the military coup happened in your country. So, my next question to you is, how are you able to connect with your family during this time?
They have limited internet access, so I'm still able to look at that. And I also sometimes watch the news over there. It's very sad about what's happening, but yeah, we still get to talk.
I won't get inside much because it's completely a country matter, and I don't think it's my right opinion to get inside of it. Scarlett, my next question to you is, as you have said so many things about your country and then living in USA. So, was it really difficult for you when you first came in when you first came to USA? Like, how was you able to merge with people? How you were able to go between, talk to them? Because for me, whenever I go to different city or different
Mhm.
state in my country only, I haven't traveled outside of the India. I have not went to abroad. That's what I would say. So it's very difficult for me to get in touch with anyone or have a friendly nature with anyone because I don't know them and I don't know how they will connect with me. But still, it's in India, so we have the same language. We can still talk. But for you, it's like completely different. You're not going in your like same different city. You're traveling like 7 cities apart, and you're going to a different country. There are many people are there who are working hard, pushing their life, and you have to find your life. So how was you able to manage those stuff, and how you were able to get friends, talk to people, and how you were able to merge in their life?
Yeah, great question. So I would say it made it easier because I went here to a college here. So in the college, like they do have systems that allow international students to cope, blend in with the cultural easily. Like we even had a class called like American culture or something just to learn about the culture. And of course, there were times when I even got lost, like lost in so many places. Like I thought, the US is such a vast, like such a spacious country. Like it's really big, and yeah, it's easy to get lost. But other than that, I think I think yeah, the college made it easy. But then I mean the people here are pretty friendly too. So that's what I would say. Even though like you have to make the initial contact first because people wouldn't just like seem welcoming at all. You just have to get to know them, but then I think they're pretty.
Like US is a dream country for you, I would say. The US was the place that you wanted to be.
Not exactly, actually, but with like you have so much opportunities, of course, and almost with any country, I think there is like the good and bad thing. But I'm super grateful for being here. Like it's such a blessing. I'm so privileged to be here.
So Scarlett, how like my next question for you is like, how was you in how were you in child? Like when you were a kid, how were you? Like I see a very bold Scarlett talking about any stuff, coming online, discussing about physique, health, mindset, spirituality, and every stuff. Going back in time, 10 years back, 5 years back, or 6 years back, how are you? Like how was you? That's my question is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very good question because when I was young, I was not confident in myself at all. Like when it comes to giving speeches, like I wouldn't even consider it. And I was just unconfident because, as I said earlier, like I was bullied as a child. I didn't believe in my own capabilities. Even with my studies, like I was very bad at one point. And yeah, I felt like, I don't know, I was like almost cheating from other people, like cheating homework and all that. So yeah, it was a pretty tough transition going from there, not being confident.
I think that's all Asian students, or students have to face cheating in his life because parents accept so much from you. They think that you will always be top of your class rather than getting negative scores. But in the end, if you are not able to understand the concept, how you will able to get high scores? You're just an average student. I feel like every student should have, different. Every student, I feel that every student have different kind of learning process in their mind. They can't be same, but parents don't feel so. That's what I would say that. And for you, I would say that if you knew from starting that what you are going to do, I think if you have selected that subject only, like what you have studied in your universities, then I think you would have been much better student than you were in your school life, and you were much outward person rather than a student who was like weak and who want to have just praise from the parent for getting good marks.
Exactly. Yeah, because I think society ingrains in the fear that of inhibiting you from discovering about yourself, like really knowing yourself, because they fear that if you know yourself too much, then you're going to do something so bold and maybe that won't be saved. Like maybe you're gonna get poor because you're passionate about one thing that isn't actually good in their perspective, like being a medical doctor. So I think that I was scared of actually discovering about myself. Like I thought I had to look like other girls, be like other girls, and be really like soft spoken and really quiet all the time because I was scared of actually showing up anywhere, my existence.
And now I remember one thing you said, that you were bullied by students in your school time. If I look at you now, I think you're going to beat some hell crap out of them if you show up in the same school like you.
I know it's very funny to look back at, after you've gone so much growth. Now look back at how all those people changed. Even though at one point they may have bullied you, now look at where their lives are now, and look at someone who got like bullied, who got oppressed, because of all those lessons that they actually taught you. You have so much more room for growth. And because of that, all those experience that I have, I think now I'm a better coach. Like I understand where women are coming from now, like being insecure about themselves.
That bully thing that you have faced. I never faced bullying. Like I have that kind of friend that never bullied me, but they used to tease me a lot because of my problem, and I was way too tall, and I was slow, so much, shy kind of boy. I don't really have that kind of courage to talk to people. So they used to tease me. They used to call me some nickname, some very, I would say, interesting nickname, because I don't know why they used to call me that, but that was some kind of interesting nickname they used to call me. And looking right now myself, and when I was 3 years or 4 years back, I've seen like how much I've changed. Like I remember I was one point, I have told you also that I was 100 kg and plus at one point in my life. And right
Wow. Oh my.
now I am 75. I haven't that much physique like you have, like nice abs. I don't have nice abs and like bicep big biceps, but I have a very, sluggish, I would say a very lean physique that can, I can run, I can lift weights, I can look good while wearing clothes. And I think that's what fitness is for me. Like I want to look good while wearing dress. I just want to look good if I, remove my t-shirt. I don't want to be bulky. Like I have big muscles in my chest and big muscles in biceps. That's it. So Scarlett, regarding to the topic about fitness, the next question for me is why you choose a fitness major in your university in USA? You said you choose your fitness major about body. So why a complete your parents told you to become a doctor and then you transition into fitness?
Oh yeah. So before I was a major in biology, like I thought I was gonna do pre-med. And then during that year, like when I was working a 9 to 5 job, I was actually listening to I started working out, but then fitness was one of my passions, like in college, throughout college, because I was interested about it all the time. Like I could read, so many things, because one thing that intrigues me was like, what is actually the actual approach of getting to your dream physique. Like for me, that was like having a small waist, like having abs and building muscle and looking lean and having all that muscle, because there is a lot of information on the fitness industry like out there, a lot of which are not true at all. And so I was interested in like discovering all of that. Plus, during the 9 to 5 job, I actually wanted to be a personal trainer on the side. Like I wanted to do that. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe the society ingrained, the message from the society was still like in my head. I was scared of taking risk. I was scared of going from a 15-hour job to a $7 an hour job, because a personal trainer, you have to start from like almost a minimum wage at that time. And then you just have to, like, the more you make sales, the more like your income will increase as a result. So I was scared of taking that risk. But that was back then, of course. But after that, I got really interested in that, because I think I was making YouTube videos. Like every time I'm not in my 9 to 5 job, I was making YouTube videos about fitness, because I want to help other people experience that body, like feel that body, because my life changed. Like my confidence increased after fitness, after getting somewhat of my, my goal body. My insecurities as a kid, they fell apart. So I wanted other people to find themselves within that as well. So I was making YouTube videos like every time I'm free, not in my 9 to 5 job. And then during that process, I have to make sure that I was learning, like I was saying the right information to my audience, because I don't want to be one of those platforms who's giving like bad information and leaving to somewhere else. So I was looking up like scientific articles on that topic, and that's what got me like really getting into like a PhD. I applied for it. I was super open about where I was coming from and my current situation, and I was so lucky that for some reason I got accepted. So that was what followed me. That was what got me in fitness so far. Like I chose fitness, exercise science major, because I followed my heart. Like because I want to help women. I want to feel like I am here on earth to transform. like to transform lives. I know that. And fitness is just one of those ways where I can get them the result. But of course, like during my lifetime, I want to help them in multiple ways. Like I want to help them grow, not just, body wise, but also like financially wise, mentally wise, spiritually wise. I want to be like a life coach. That's my future ultimate version. But right now, my expertise is in fitness. So I'm going to focus on that and then later expand on transformation, helping people transform.
Your dream is very big, I would say, and I really like your dream. I have always been open from the day one I have talked to you that I really like your dream of being a life coach, because there are so many things that I've learned from you about life, about physical body, and how to work you. I remember we have a small conversation about fitness when we were like having accountability meeting with everyone, and that we can do either. It doesn't matter whether you go to gym or you work out at home. It just matter whether you move your body or not regularly.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
It's
I
all
think
about how.
and I think you have posted so many YouTube channels are talking about physical fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness, how much meditation also help. If you don't do anything, meditate a bit, your mind will relax. If you don't have the privilege to go to gym, you can work out at home, do push-ups, squats, crunches, stuff like that. And though it will take time, but eventually you will see the result, because you can't, if you're going for fitness, you can't see massive result in 1 week by lifting 5 kgs or dumbbell each and every day.
Yeah, exactly. It's a long-term process, like almost anything, like building, whether it's building your finances or a spiritual journey. There's actually like no destination. We think that there's a destination, but then life is a journey in itself. Like the reason us inhabiting this planet for this temporary time being is a journey. So I truly agree with you on that.
Yeah. So Scarlett, my next question to you is, how I don't have word properly, but who is Scarlett right now?
Do you mean like not with the titles and not like what I do, but who I am really deep within my core?
Yeah, just remove like being online fitness coach, just remove that everything that you have done till now.
Those are the human attachments. I totally agree with you. Those are the identifications that we attach to our ego and we associate ourselves with and we identify ourselves with. But of course, the important question for all of us, I think, is to know like, who are you deep within? And for me, what I learned a lot through meditation was that I'm just this being of light who is here to help others transform. I want other people to know that anything in life is capable. Once they set their mind to it, once they set their heart to it, anything is possible. And I want to be a guide for people. So what I'm doing as a coach, I see that in my mind, whether it'll be on sales calls or, I see that as a sacred time, a sacred space for me to actually like grow spiritually, because I see myself as a being of light who's just helping other women who have their lights dimmed. So people who actually want to shine, they want to be their best, but then for some reason their light is dimming. And I want to actually be the guided, like I used all my energy to help them transfer from that space to someone seeing their true fullest potential in life. Like that's the ultimate mission why what I'm doing.
I think like everyone would agree, whoever is watching right now would agree that with this thing that one has to go somewhere, and in the end, if you are living in this world, you are not going to take your title with you, you're not going to take your single penny with you to the other world where you will be going afterward, completing your life in this world. So be a good person,
Yes, and do things with love and care. I think we as, I mean, also Amen, you as well, like we are friends, mastermind friends. And I think all of us, our mission is to like help raise the consciousness of this planet, to like be with love, be with abundance, freedom. Like we're on this mission. We're helping it in our own ways. Like we have several different, we have our different expertise, we have our different passions, but then that is the core purpose of humanity. That's what I believe.
I truly appreciate, agree with you that I have seen so many coaches, I've seen so many masters, and I've seen so many mentors who discuss about this thing. But the thing is that not many people agree with them. They believe about making money. They believe about, building such a big, huge empire. But they don't think about how much they can make anyone happy in their life just by giving a little bit of effort of their life, a little bit of time, maybe a little bit of effort if they should. So that's what it is. And my next question to you is going ahead with the topic, with the discussion. Who who inspire you to get into fitness?
Oh, that's a tough question because I think the biggest inspiration, I would say, I mean, it may be, I don't actually have any one particular person in mind, because before I thought it come from external people like motivating me. That's what I thought before. I thought that your motivation comes from just scrolling on Instagram, really seeing those fit girls, and then that would motivate you. But what I found was the biggest motivator was my core purpose, because I find myself that if I want to transform other people, I need to transform myself first. Like I have to embody the change that I want to see in other people. And honestly, what really pushes me was that my dad, he gave us so much when growing up. He put all his life for us. Like he worked day and night, very little sleep. Didn't even eat good, and then therefore he had a stroke, and later he gave his life away. So that's really pushes me, to take care of people. Like people, I know that our bodies are not here forever. Like this is just for this temporary being. But in order to do everything good, like whether it's having so much abundance or whether it's helping people, I think it all comes down to taking care of yourself first, and first and foremost, this vessel that we have, like the vessel that we're gifted with. And once you do that, I think that that's a basic foundation. And once you do that, then you can almost pursue like almost anything else in life.
I completely agree with you. I think the first and foremost thing that God has given us is our body, and we should treat it well. And there is one thing that I have written: your body is your temple.
Yeah.
And you should worship your body each and every day, so that it can help you to live a great life, so that you can help others and you can help yourself in the end.
Yes. Yeah. Because what's the point of life if we can't live our, ultimate purpose, ultimate potential?
I completely agree with you. So Scarlett, my next question to you is that when you started your online fitness coaching, when you stepped your foot in online fitness industry, did you ever thought that you would be standing where you are right now? Like, did you ever thought that there would be any time that you would back down from where you're going, because it's a very risky platform, and you should not go if you're thinking a safe future, because at one point there are many great online fitness instructors who are earning in millions, and there are many then online instructors who are not even earning a penny. So
it is very steep.
yeah. So do you think that there was a moment in your life that you wanted to back down and wanted to pursue something else?
Honestly, I can't see myself doing anything other than this. Like, I don't see myself other than being a coach, helping other, first of all, in fitness, of course, and eventually in life. But what got me here was, I think it's just a test of persistence, because even I have had, like, to be honest, Aman, I have had like multiple calls, like multiple sales call where I get rejected. People saying they don't have money, they need to think about it, like all of that. But, and then, it tests you, like whether you're in it for the long run or not. Because right now I'm trying, and I may see like very little, fruits of my labor right now, the work that I'm putting, like I'm seeing very little in return. But of course, I think it's just a test of persistence. Once the reason why there are those people making millions and there are those lots of fitness coaches barely making minimum wage is because it's because there is this climb that you just have to continue climbing. And if you give up, then you'll be like what the rest of the coaches who are just starting out from the beginning, and they never go there because they never like direct their energy, and they never have this like intention and a goal point. So the only failure is giving up. Like, I don't see that. I don't see the sales calls or whether, like getting very little engagement or, on social media or anything as a failure at all, because everything is teaching you. But the only failure is when you give up and when you fail. And most people, that's why very few people succeed, because not everyone can go on that climb and not give up. It's easy to give up.
I have given up countless of time. I would say that I created one YouTube channel 2019 October. It was growing good. Like, I remember I did everything in my hand for 1 or 2 months, but then the content stopped coming in my mind, and I was like, what's the matter of continuing if I don't have anything?
Exactly.
And then I stopped. But right now, I just wanted to, do something just continuously, because I think that as much as quality, is the key, consistency is also the key. Because people
Definitely.
want to see you, your audience want to see you how much consistent you are to your work. But then I found in my previous, but this time I know that the content I'm building right now will help others, as well as I will get content countless of time. There are so many people in the world whom I can talk to, whom I can bring to my podcast or my channel just to give their short interview and let them tell about their life, who they are, what they are, and how they have achieved that much of thing in their life. So Scarlett, my next question to you is, Scarlett, you are living a very good life in USA, and you have lived a very decent. I would say I won't say bad, because your father have given so many things to you and your brother to live a very healthy life in your home country also. I would say that what would have happened to Scarlett and his brother and your brother if you have born and brought up in USA?
If I hadn't been brought up.
No, what my question to you is, what the situation would with you if you are born in USA rather than.
I see that as a total, life change, because I mean, one of two things could happen. But of course, like, I don't know what would happen if I was in that life. I don't know, what kind of Scarlett that would be. But one of two things that could happen. So one of them was really finding out my passion early on, because of there is internet. For me, like, I didn't have internet really until I got in college. Like, I didn't, even when I had it in high school, like, it was very sporadic. So I would probably be an entrepreneur like early on. Maybe I would have started my YouTube channel, when I was 12 or 13, just like most kids here, and probably build like, hundreds of thousands of followers, like, of course, creating content and all that. But for me, I started late. So when I started, I was like 21 or 22 when I actually started my YouTube channel, because nobody actually ingrained that confidence within me. Like, I had this dream of starting a YouTube channel, but I I was thinking about it for a year before I actually like published it. Even though I was filming videos, I didn't have the nerve to post them. I thought nobody was going to watch. I was going to like be a horrendous mess. Like that was what I thought. But I think that was one possibility, was like just experimenting as a kid, having fun. That's the Scarlett in US. Another possibility could be that if I was in US, I probably don't understand this meaning of life, like having this, you know, my why to be able to look after my family. And then of course, eventually people who are suffering in this world, because I've never tasted suffering. If I hadn't tasted suffering, I wouldn't know like what's the point of life, you know? So I would just be like following the crowd, following what other people are doing. So one of those two things can happen. That's what I would say. But of course, what matters is this life is that the intention is just for love and ending suffering for all human beings.
That's what I feel like, because I created this channel for that reason only, and I will stop my content that day when I think nobody wants motivation anymore, and then they are motivated so much that they are, living a good life. I started this channel. That's because the reason was simple. YouTube will be there even if I'm gone from the source,
Sure.
and the content will still be there. And I want to see it down, in the road of my life, that people are still listening to this kind of stuff that we are discussing right now. That we doesn't have that opportunity as the different people have, but we still manage to do something good in our life. And if you have the opportunity to do something good, then just utilize it, rather than thinking and crying that what you will do. It just take, I think for YouTube you just need one camera, simple phone like this, and you can film, you can talk. I've seen many people who just use a front camera of their phone to talk about some topic, and it's just that people like that content. Sometimes people like this type of content, and who knows, maybe you can be famous next. You just post it today and you can be. But I would say that it's rather simple not to think that you would be getting thousands of subscribers in one day itself. But you have to do post continuously. Don't post regularly each and every day. Post once a week, twice a week, but do post. Because that will help you to grow. And I guess that's what
that's what matters. Yeah. And I agree with you. Like, I think the thing, like, what's stopping us, it arises, all those fears and doubts and insecurities come up when we attach our ego to those numbers. We feel like our worth is our numbers, like whether it's a subscriber amount, follower amount, and then it's all the bad things happen when our ego gets in the way. So it's blocking us from showing up our true selves, because you are your true selves, Aman. Like, there is no one who can be like Aman, because you are unique and you have this unique gift that only you have, and only you know what it is by tuning into your heart. Nobody else can find that out, and that's when you can really shine at your brightest light. And then it doesn't matter how many people are watching it or not. It's what matters is that you're tuning into it and you have the intention to give and serve others with your gift. And I think once that is all said, everything else will follow. But don't let the ego block you in the way, because you are not your numbers. You are not your ego. It's just the ego wants validation.
I completely agree with you that if you don't follow in your ego, if you don't give up to your own self, I think that's what it is, that people think something else. They think that they want to do this, but then they see the numbers in their life that others are doing this, others are doing that, and then they forgot that they wanted to do this thing because of themselves. Not they don't want to show others, but the society, the people surrounding you will let you do that. It's just this kind of stuff that you will pursue something else only that you wanted to, that you don't want to even do. I've seen countless of my friends who want to do something else, but they are doing differently, completely opposite to what they told me when we were in school. I think that's why kids should never be pressurized by studies, or they should have been given more chance to grow. They should have given you more things to learn, rather than learning the same old conceptual books, theoretical books, which don't even come in future, which you don't even require in future.
I know.
I would say that one thing that has changed in the world is that the time software came, the time internet came to our life, I think our generation and the generation coming next to us, are very privileged that they are able to see different kind of stuff, and they will be able to utilize those kind of stuff for make themselves grow. So Scarlett, I have taken a lot of your time. I don't want to,
No.
So
we're having a great time.
So my next question, I would be asking 2 or 3 more questions. I won't ask much lengthy question. Like, can you tell me, or can you tell me about your business, what you do about in your fitness coaching, whom you train, and how one can contact you or can reach out to you, and what kind of value they can get? Because I know that people will give, I've seen countless of coaches who will provide anything you will ask, and they will give you a same description or a book that they give anyone in the whole world, the same book, like 10 pages book about different exercises that you should do, and the same person are doing. But I don't think every person has same kind of body structure, and neither same design of structural shape. So how you tackle those, and what you in your business, and how you attract your customers through it. So that's my question to you.
Thank you so much for asking. So currently I am doing this more premium, like high touch coaching. So who I specifically target are entrepreneurial women. I want to help basically women who want to be confident and want to pursue at the best potential. Like they have so many dreams, they have so many goals, but then because of their body, all those insecurities blocking them, they don't actually get to start their dream business. Or even if they have a business, like they're not able to like fully go all in on their dreams because of their because of all those insecurities. And I see that, the woman that I'm helping, so I even named the woman that I'm helping. Like I have this imaginary character that I have in my head. Her name is Claire. So Claire works at a 9-to-5 job that is unfulfilling, and she has all those dream businesses that she wants to do, but then she is scared of like starting a YouTube channel or anything or speaking out, reaching out to people because of this lack of confidence that she has from within. And she also like compares herself with lots of women out there, like maybe on social media, could be fitness. And she tries several fitness things. Like maybe she tries even workout ebooks, she buys lots of she looks up so much info on the internet. Like she looks up several different diets, but then she keeps failing one thing after the other. Because a lot of what's out there is not actually helping her. And she thought that if you just follow one magic diet or a magic workout, it's going to help her. But the actual reality is that she needs to know what's best for her, what's sustainable for her, and something that's personalized for her. So that is what I do with my coaching. Right now, I'm helping women like Claire get not just the nutrition and workouts, like exactly what to do, but I want to teach them so that they're able to transform by themselves for the rest of their lives without needing a coach ever again. I want to set them independent, set them free from all those headaches and the time that is wasted looking up information. And I want to just give them what they need, and then also help them with mindset and spirituality, because I think lots of fitness programs out there, they'll tell you what to do, but when you have those problems of demotivation, like you feel tired, you feel like you don't have motivation, you doubt yourself, you have insecurities, you're left on your own. They don't help you with that. But my coaching is a holistic way of integrating all of them together to help them achieve their fullest potential in life. So that's what my coaching is. And how I help is I help them specifically their body goal for the specific body that I'm helping them is for women who want to like gain muscle, gain the curves, get the slim waist and then like feminine curvy figure so that they can feel confident and they feel like from achieving that body, I want them to feel like they can do anything in their life. Like it's all a matter of time and consistency.
Yeah, wow. I would say wow. Like I never thought like any online fitness coach would put so much attention toward a specific person that, and I just think that your work and your fitness coaching, what you are providing, I think no one provide that kind of stuff. Yeah, every online coach whom I see will teach you something that you will come again to learn more, come again and again and again. But what you are providing them is, from scratch to you. You're just making them from beginner to advanced in this platform,
Yes.
so that they don't want to, come back to you again. They can, just create their own workout program and they can start their own workout after they are finished with their schedule.
Mhm.
So my, few more questions just before we end this thing. So how one can reach out to you, because you target only women, entrepreneurial women. So how one can reach out to you?
So my Instagram is Scarlett SCARLETT _ LINLATT Linlat. My YouTube is also Scarlett Linlat, but then instead of an underscore, you have a space.
So they can reach out to you on Instagram and through YouTube.
Yeah, of course. Like I almost DM almost all of my female followers. I help them out like with anything that they need. Like even if it's not just through my fitness, if you have any questions or I just want to support them in any way that I can. Because I think like entrepreneurship is this spiritual journey of where you learn to just give and not expect anything from people. You just give even more value than they're giving you in return. Give more value, lead with value, and also know that like it is not about you. This fitness coaching is not about me. It's about helping them. Like even if I get several rejections from people, like people don't like me or whatever, like this is not about me. It's because of women like Claire who need help, and I'm here to save her life.
Wow, really wow. I will, link your ID, your YouTube as well as your Instagram ID in the description. So before we end this, I always ask this to every, to Stefan also, and I will asking you the same question. What will today's Scarlett will tell to her younger self?
To my younger self, to not be afraid of being yourself, not to be afraid of being unique, and believe in yourself.
I would say that to myself also. If I look back at my life, I would say that take risk. I would say to myself, I would say take risk. Don't think that you are like everyone else. You are a unique person in your own. As you said, everyone is unique. Everyone has their unique ability that they can conquer by looking into their heart, and they can achieve so many success by following their ability. And I think I'm following my ability to talk to people. I think that's what I'm good with. I think God has blessed me with voice, and I can talk to other people. I think I can relate with them easily. And I think there are some word and some connection between all of us as humans that we can connect with each other. And I think I just hope that my channel can let that thing happen. And everyone in the world, if they see my video and they can see that anyone can connect with each other without any issues. Like, because we are from different countries. You are from Southeast Asia. I'm from India. Stefan is from US, and we are still connected. Though you're living currently in USA, but still we are connected. Though we have never, we have never seen each other in real life. We have never hang out with each other. We have just talked weekly on video call, just discussing about what we were able to accomplish that week. I think everyone should have this kind of group, accountability group in their life, that can make people accountable to themselves. So Scarlett, I would like to thank you that you came to my show, and you talked about yourself, who you are, and you share so many good things, and you share about life, how tough was it for you when you were a kid, and how your father helped you and your brother so much in your life, and he was the main reason that you are here where you are. So with this, I would like to end the show. And before ending, if you have any question, or if you want to say anything to the audience, to anyone who is viewing, who feel demotivated in his or her life, feel depressed in his or her life, and can get anything out from you, so what it would be?
I would say for anyone who's demotivated or feeling lost, I would tell them to find their gifts. And the gift could be as anything simple, like what Aman is doing. Like, he knows what he's good at. Like, you love motivating other people, and you're so good at listening to other people too. Like, you tune into their hearts and you see like people at their truest potential, So I want to all the audience, people who are listening, like, follow where your heart is and then find out the gift, because nobody else can express the gift like you do, because you have something special in you.
I completely agree with you. What you said was absolutely right, and one should follow their heart rather than anyone in this whole world. I would say that if you want to play games, you can play games all that or in your whole life, and you can earn so many things. Just post it online, just get a part of something, go into esports, I would suggest. If you want to do YouTube, start doing daily vlogs. Maybe not you may think your life is boring, but other may find it interesting. And if you think that your life is boring, but you're going abroad to study like you did, you can showcase your entire journey through a video each and every day. So there are so many YouTube channels. You can find out your content. If you want to search about what is your niche, I would say YouTube is the best platform to find out what your niche is. You can just search random stuff, and if you think that it is you, and you can do this kind of stuff, then do it.
Yeah, anything is possible in this internet age. And even if it's just not YouTube, because you're not comfortable of sharing your face, like maybe you can start with a blog. We can do anything.
Yeah. I would also link your blog, and then because your blog is so amazing, I read sometime. I don't have that much time, but I do read some of your blogs. You write so many contents. I think it was last year when you decided you wanted to do vlogs, and you were preparing so much into it, and then you posted it. I was like, wow, she's finally doing it.
Aww, thank you so much for noticing that. Yeah, all of that.
I have followed your Instagram, I followed your blog, I followed your YouTube. They are amazing, really. So Scarlett, this is it. Thank you for coming. And maybe in future we can have another talk like this, when maybe you are way too, because I think you will only grow. You will do much good in your life. You will be, I think within some months only, I will be seeing you at one of the top, highest paid entrepreneur and female entrepreneur and female fitness online coach that is born from different country but doing great in US. So thank you, Scarlett, for coming in this show.
I see that in you too. I see so much success in you. Like, I'm so blessed to get to know you, Aman.
Thank you. I would say just one thing, like I always say, this video, this whole channel, it doesn't even matter if only 1 people subscribe or 1,000 or million people subscribe. I just want that if it affects your life, that would do so much good for me, that it affected you in a good way, in a positive way, that you are motivated in your life and you want to do something.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. So thank you, Scarlett.
Thank you, Aman.